नमस्कार। विपद जोखिम न्यूनीकरण र व्यवस्थापन सम्बन्धी कार्यक्रम संकल्पमा यहाँहरूलाई हार्दिक स्वागत छ। म कल्पना भण्डारी। दक्षिण एसियाली क्षेत्रमा कुनै पनि स्तरको नीति निर्माण तहका लागि सबैभन्दा ठूलो मञ्च हो सार्क सम्मेलन। सन् 1985 मा गठन भएको सार्कले दक्षिण एसियाली क्षेत्रमा ऊर्जा, शिक्षा, विकास, प्राकृतिक विपद, जलवायु परिवर्तन आदि क्षेत्रमा विभिन्न नीति निर्माण तहको कार्य गर्दै आइरहेको छ। अहिले काठमाडौँमा मङ्सिर 10 र 11 गते 18औं सार्क सम्मेलन आयोजना हुँदैछ। यो सार्क सम्मेलनको पूर्वार्धमा विभिन्न किसिमका छलफल र बहस भइरहेका छन् सार्क सम्मेलनमा उठाउनु पर्ने एजेन्डाका बारेमा। आजको कार्यक्रममा हामी 18औं सार्क शिखर सम्मेलन र जलवायु परिवर्तन र प्राकृतिक विपद सम्बन्धी केन्द्रित हुनेछौँ। दक्षिण एसियाली राष्ट्रहरूबीच आपसी सद्भाव, एकता र सहकार्यका लागि स्थापित सार्कले विभिन्न किसिमका प्राकृतिक विपत्तिहरू सम्बोधनका लागि विभिन्न घोषणापत्र पनि निर्माण गर्दै आइरहेको छ। दक्षिण एसियाली क्षेत्रमा एक देशमा आउने प्राकृतिक विपत्तिको असर र प्रभाव अर्को देशले पनि भोगिरहनु परेको छ। तसर्थ यी देशहरूमा आउने प्राकृतिक विपत्तिहरूको एकीकृत प्रयास र पूर्व तयारीका लागि के कसरी अघि बढ्न सकिन्छ भन्ने विषयमा अहिलेको सार्क सम्मेलनमा पनि छलफल हुँदैछ। दक्षिण एसियाली क्षेत्रमा विशेष गरी बाढी, पहिरो, हिम आदि लगायतका प्राकृतिक विपत्ति गइरहेका छन्, जसका कारण वर्षेनी हजारौं जनताले जीवन गुमाउनु परिरहेको छ। अब हामी दक्षिण एसियाली क्षेत्रमा प्राकृतिक विपत्ति सम्बन्धी एउटा रिपोर्ट प्रस्तुत गर्छौं।
विश्वको चौथाइ जनसङ्ख्याको बसोबास स्थल रहेको दक्षिण एसिया प्राकृतिक र भौगोलिक विविधता भएको क्षेत्र हो। प्राकृतिक सुन्दरतासँगै प्राकृतिक विपद पनि यहाँको प्रमुख चुनौती बनिरहेको छ। पछिल्लो 42 वर्षमा यस क्षेत्रमा 900 वटा विपदका घटना भए। वर्ल्ड ब्याङ्कको अनुसार सन् 1990 देखि 2008 सम्म 2,30,000 जनाको मृत्यु भयो भने 45 अर्ब अमेरिकी डलर बराबरको आर्थिक क्षति भएको तथ्याङ्क छ। सन् 2007 मा बङ्गलादेशको स्टिर साइक्लोन, सन् 2008 को नेपाल र भारतको बाढी, सन् 2013 मा भारतको उत्तराखण्ड र काश्मीरका साथै नेपालको मध्यपश्चिमको बाढी, सन् 2014 मा भारतको दक्षिण पूर्व र नेपालको हिमाली क्षेत्रमा आएको हुडहुड आदि जस्ता विपदहरू पछिल्ला प्रमुख विपद हुन्। सन् 2004 मा भारतमा आएको सुनामी पछि सार्क राष्ट्रका वातावरण मन्त्रीहरूले मालदिप्सको मालेमा विशेष सम्मेलन गरी माले घोषणा पत्र तयार पारेका थिए। सोही घोषणापत्र अनुसार सन् 2006 मा सार्क राष्ट्रका विज्ञहरू बङ्गलादेशको ढाकामा भेला भई सार्क बृहत विपद व्यवस्थापन रणनीति तर्जुमा गरेका थिए। यो देशहरूबीच क्षेत्रीय संयोजनका लागि सन् 2006 मा सार्क विपद व्यवस्थापन केन्द्र गठन गरिएको छ, जसको कार्यालय भारतको नयाँ दिल्लीमा छ। सार्कका 8 राष्ट्रबीच अनुसन्धान, तालिम तथा सूचना आदान प्रदानका लागि साझा थलो बनेको छ। सार्क सम्मेलनमै सन् 2004 मा सार्क खाद्य ब्याङ्क र बिउ ब्याङ्क स्थापना गर्ने सहमतिमा नेताहरूले हस्ताक्षर गरिसकेका छन्। साथै वातावरण परिवर्तन बारे थिम्पू प्रतिबद्धता 2010, प्राकृतिक प्रकोप शीघ्र कदम चाल्ने बारे सहमति र प्रकोप व्यवस्थापन बारे सार्क बृहत कार्यनीति 2011 मा सार्कले हस्ताक्षर गरिसकेको छ।
जलवायु परिवर्तनका कारण थुप्रै किसिमका प्राकृतिक विपत्तिहरू दक्षिण एसियाली जनताले भोगिरहेका छन्। विकसित राष्ट्रहरूका कारण उत्पन्न प्राकृतिक विपत्ति पनि यस क्षेत्रका जनताले भोगिरहेका छन्। जलवायु परिवर्तन सम्बन्धी विपत्तिलाई कसरी सम्बोधन गरिनुपर्छ? अब हामी यसै सम्बन्धी एउटा रिपोर्ट प्रस्तुत गर्छौं।
शान्ति, प्रगति र समृद्धिका लागि सघन एकता भन्ने नारासहित मङ्सिर दोस्रो हप्ता काठमाडौँमा 18औं सार्क शिखर सम्मेलन हुँदैछ। सम्मेलनमा उठाइने विभिन्न एजेन्डा मध्ये वातावरण र प्राकृतिक विपद पनि एक प्रमुख एजेन्डा हो। सार्कका सांसद, नागरिक समाजका नेता, बुद्धिजीवी र सरकारी अधिकृतहरूले सार्कका नेताहरूले वातावरण परिवर्तन र प्रकोपका चुनौतीहरूको सामना गर्न एकीकृत क्षेत्रीय कदम चाल्ने बारे पूर्व प्रतिबद्धतालाई पुनः जोड दिनुपर्ने आह्वान गरेका छन्। पहिले गरिएका सहमतिको कार्यान्वयनमा ढिलाइका कारण लाखौं दक्षिण एसियालीले वातावरण परिवर्तनको जोखिमपूर्ण प्रभाव सामना गर्ने सामर्थ्य गुमाइरहेका छन्। तिनको कार्यान्वयनका लागि कानुनी रूपमा बाध्यकारी बनाउन जरुरी भएको विज्ञहरूको भनाइ छ।
We South Asians are more better at talking than at doing, sadly, but we have to do it because it is vast population of all the countries of South Asia. Those are going to be affected by the impacts of climate change, and it's going to be in the long run as well. So the solution, final solution, is development for our own citizens, and that has to be done collectively and separately together, so that whole of South Asia. Now there are a lot of commonalities in South Asia. For example, grid connection between South Asia and joint development of electricity through either developing sustainably done clever way of designing hydropower. There are ways of sharing energy grid already happening between Bhutan and India, between India and Bangladesh. So all that is happening now. Nepal is a reservoir, huge amount of hydro electricity, which will not increase greenhouse gas, but at the same time solve the problem of energy, which is a major crisis. So Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bhutan all have hydroelectric potential. Sri Lanka has some micro hydro potential as well. So all those things have to pull together, and by pulling together, we will all be better off.
What's your expectation from this SAARC summit?
Expectations are high, but our history doesn't show tremendous amount of implementation, as you say. So I think this summit should talk more on implementation. How do we implement what we talk about, and establishing an implementation mechanism? I don't think fund is our biggest problem. Our biggest problem is, political will and good governance of implementing that.
सार्क क्षेत्रका विभिन्न मुलुकहरूले वातावरण र प्राकृतिक प्रकोपहरूको व्यवस्थापनका लागि गरेका सफल प्रयासलाई अन्य मुलुकले अनुसरण गर्नुपर्ने विज्ञहरूको सुझाव छ। बंगलादेशी सांसदका उपसभामुख फैजल रब्बी मिया आफ्ना देशले विपद पूर्व तयारीमा अनुकरणीय कार्य गरेको बताउनुभयो।
After 1988 we have improved a lot. We have passed a law in our parliament in 2012, that is Disaster Management Act. We have also amended our constitution to keep pace with the cessation of this disaster. And you will appreciate that during 1970, how many people were killed in tidal bore, nobody can say. In 1991, how many people were dead for tidal bore, nobody knows. But after 2007 till date, the death rate is microscopic. So the government has taken all the possible measures to shift the people from the coastal area. 5 days before, our government can announce that tidal bore will take place. Not only the government, the NGOs also are taking a very important role. But the fact remains that our government has erected cyclone shade. Our government has erected flood shelter. So the people are getting benefit from all this from all these works done by the government.
Disaster is not within South Asia because of the geographical locations and for some cultural similarities. Disaster is not a nation's own problem, or it should not be looked in that way. We are connected in many different, through borders, through land border, water borders and waterways. Our rivers are confluencing, coming from Nepal and Himalayan regions to passing through Bangladesh, confluencing there. So if we do anything unitedly, that will contribute more to the disaster risk reduction efforts. And that's why SAARC meetings are very, very important. And there are some untouched and tapped areas where we should give new look. Those areas are, in fact, especially I work in the gender and disaster risk reduction area, and we have many good practices. So if those good practices are followed by other regions also, and we should bring these also policy forum, that what are the best practices within regions that should be incorporated in other regions also. And also the capacity building, like some knowledge, we have very, very different regional knowledge, but if we combine those knowledge together, we develop capacity of each other, we share our experiences. Many of the good things are not shared, and also some of the curriculum, like training for the from the girlhood or boyhood, like from the primary level, then we bring to the academic level also, so that students or children know from the very beginning, which we have done in Bangladesh in the curriculum, national curriculum textbook, from primary to the higher secondary. Now we are also started at the university level. So if these strengths can be given to the other countries also, then we can have institution-wise memorandum of understanding, so that SAARC forums taking decisions at the policy-making level, and we who are working at the field level, research level, and project level, implementation level, they can replicate those, implement those of the policy. So policies should be translated into actions.
Main focus on the climate change and adaptation. We are work together, and they will report, and we are discussing the National Disaster Management Council also. And also we presently we have included the school syllabus of grade 5 to grade 11, and also include the subject of the university, academia, and other technical institution as a main subject of the disaster management.
The government of Pakistan will play an active role.
पाकिस्तानी सांसद करिम ख्वाजा क्षेत्रीय सहकार्य र एकताका साथै राजनीतिक प्रतिबद्धताको कमजोरी रहेको बताउनुहुन्छ। सरकार र जनता बीचको आपसी विश्वासलाई बढाउनु पर्ने उहाँको भनाइ छ।
We must hold the meeting, consultation, workshops. And after doing this, we must go for the legislation. Nepal must do its legislation for its country, Pakistan must do, India must do, and other neighboring countries, SAARC countries must do. And political will is also necessary, because if we will not do, then there will be disaster in the region. There must be contact between government, there must be contact between intellectual, there must be contact between environmental people and other people of different walk of life. And after that, we must do legislation. There must be people to people, government to government contact. And after legislation, there must be political will that we must implement.
बाढी आउन अघि नै सम्भावित वर्षा र पानी बहावबारे सूचना आदान प्रदान गर्ने र लैङ्गिक मैत्री प्रकोप प्रभाव न्यूनीकरण योजनाहरू निर्माण गर्न जरुरी छ। यसका लागि सार्क सदस्य राष्ट्रका जनता र सरकारबीच विश्वासको वातावरण निर्माण गर्नुपर्ने पाकिस्तानका वरिष्ठ पत्रकार एवं अक्सफामका क्षेत्रीय सल्लाहकार सफक्त मुनिरको भनाइ छ।
They should actually think about implementing the agreements they have already signed and agreed, and make them legally binding instead of just voluntary signing of agreements. That is one thing. That's a challenge. They should be legally binding. Second thing is that they should not be reluctant to share data and information about flood forecasting system, rains, fall of rains, expected disaster related information. They should share it in a formal way, in a very mechanized and scientific way, so that this should be a regular thing. The third one is that they should not be conservative on collaboration with each other, among each other, and with other institutions that have expertise on, for example, on health, on disaster preparedness related things, and on WASH, which is health and hygiene thing. So all these things, they should come out of fear. They should show leadership that disasters are damaging our people, the South Asian people who are already poor, and through disaster they are actually reversing the gains of their development. So to regain the benefits of their development they have done so far, the SAARC leaders should actually come forward and say, yes, disasters are damaging us, and we have to provide a solution from ourselves. And there should be kind of there should not be a strict visa regime among the countries, so that during disaster experts can go to each other's countries and help the people who are in disaster and in trouble. Basically, 18th Summit talks about peace, prosperity. And peace, prosperity is only when people are free of death, free of destruction of disasters. So that's why they should include this part of the process of prosperity, that people should be resilient. In case of any disaster, in case of any shock that damages their development.
नेपालको संविधान सभाका सभामुख सुभाष चन्द्र नेमाङ सार्क राष्ट्रहरूका बीच नीति भए पनि कार्यान्वयनको अभाव रहेको बताउनुहुन्छ।
I believe that all these member countries of SAARC have national plan for disaster management and also pursuing the policy of disaster risk reduction. Some progress on this front must have been made in almost all the countries in the past, but with respect to required amount of collaboration and cooperation amongst all the concerned agencies is concerned, it is still greatly lacking in practice. This probably has been the biggest hindrance in implementing the set policies. Now it's up to us all, the political leaders, the technical experts, and social engineers to work in tandem and have implemented a clear policy strategies in our respective societies. Mr. Chairman, acknowledging this nature and environment issue, the SAARC member countries have made numerous policy decisions in the past. Unfortunately, they remain mostly in our records and files. I suggest that we all implement them honestly. Similarly, some of the member countries have done economically better than the others, but we all still commonly suffer economic sluggishness, underdevelopment, and poverty as well.
दक्षिण एसियाली क्षेत्रमा भूकम्प, बाढी, पहिरो आदि जस्ता विपदसँग जुझ्न एकीकृत र विशेष पहल हुनुपर्ने सरकारवालाहरूको भनाइ छ।
सार्क डिजास्टर म्यानेजमेन्ट सेन्टर जुन छ त्यसलाई अलिकति क्रियाशील बनाउने, त्यसमा चाहिँ नि हाम्रो यस 8 वटा मुलुकको चाहिँ नि जुन एउटा रणनीतिक प्रयोग छ त्यसलाई चाहिँ नि त्यो सार्क डिजास्टर म्यानेजमेन्ट सेन्टर भन्ने जुन छ त्योसँग मिलाएर अनि अगाडि बढायो भनेदेखि चाहिँ नि हामीहरूको 8 वटा मुलुकले सँगै ताली बजाउँदाखेरि यस्ता समस्या त चाहिँ नि हामीहरू क्षणभरमा हामीले चाहिँ अगाडि बढाउन सक्छौँ। हामीसँग पनि ज्ञान बुद्धि छ, हामीसँग चाहिँ हामीहरूको पुर्खाले आर्जेको चाहिँ जुन सम्पत्ति छ एउटा ज्ञानको घर कसरी बनाउने भन्ने कुरा, त्यसै गरी चाहिँ अफगानिस्तानसँग छ, अरूहरूसँग छ। हामीहरूले हातेमालो गरेर चाहिँ नि गऱ्यौँ भनेदेखि यो क्षेत्रमा हामीहरूले सार्कलाई नै राम्रो पार्न सकिन्छौँ।
For me, I see two more very challenging factors, challenging region. The one is the issue of regional cooperation with South within the region has not got prominence in our election agenda, election manifesto. Like if you look at Europe, okay, regional cooperation comes forefront in the election agenda, or for that matter, in some of the East Asian countries. Here, it means we have not been able, we failed to make common people, political parties, and other stakeholders understand the benefits of regional cooperation, or the cost of non-cooperation. And we didn't get pressure from below, from the people's level. That's the challenge. And the second challenge is in South Asia, we have the mindset that regards an adversarial, neighborly relation or adversarial relationship with neighboring country as an emblem of nationality. That's the another challenge. We have to overcome from this mindset. Then we can move forward very successfully in area of regional cooperation.
To highlight the existence of positive developments in the area of policy making across countries in Asia. Another positive development is the multi-stakeholder approach being pursued by many governments, both in policy making as well as in the implementation of programs. But despite these positive developments, there are huge challenges that need to be overcome.
Only the job of the response and for preparedness, we are laying stress on community-based disaster risk reduction, also with the involvement of the NGOs for which the 2 guidelines have been formulated. There has been rather the focus on early warning system in the India, especially for the tsunami, where the Inquest Center in Hyderabad was established, which gives A timely early warning, besides the strengthening of Indian Meteorological Department, the early warning shown by the filing and hooded is the high opener, and what has been the focus has been mainstreaming disaster risk reduction in the development programs, even for taking the earthquake in northeast states and other adjoining areas of Nepal. There are guidelines which have been issued by Reserve Bank of India that loans should be issued only to those which follow the structural safety. And climate change and sustainable development, food security is also an area of focus, especially with the rising sea level. It's going to be an important issue.
नीतिगत अनुसन्धान संस्थाहरूबीच सहकार्यमा सुधारका लागि सार्क सचिवालय र प्रकोप व्यवस्थापन केन्द्रलाई सशक्त पार्न जरुरी छ। प्रकोप व्यवस्थापन सम्बन्धी निकायहरूमाथि सुपरिवेक्षण गर्ने जिम्मेवारी सहितको प्रकोप व्यवस्थापन तथा वातावरण परिवर्तन सम्बन्धी संसदीय विशेष समिति गठन गर्नुपर्ने विज्ञहरूको भनाइ छ।
दक्षिण एसियाली क्षेत्रका प्राकृतिक विपत्ति र जलवायु परिवर्तनको असर न्यूनीकरणका लागि एकीकृत पहल हुनुपर्ने सरकारवालाहरूको भनाइ छ। हामी आशा गरौं 18औं सार्क शिखर सम्मेलनले प्राकृतिक विपद र जलवायु परिवर्तनको एजेन्डालाई मिहिन ढंगले उठान गर्नेछ। दक्षिण एसियाली क्षेत्रका जनता र सरकारबीच आपसी सद्भाव र सहकार्यका साथ प्राकृतिक विपत्ति र जलवायु परिवर्तनको असर न्यूनीकरणका लागि पहल हुनेछ। हस्त यिनै विविध सामग्रीका साथ आजको लागि कार्यक्रम संकल्प यही सकिन्छ। हामी अर्को साता पुनः यस्तै विषयवस्तुका साथमा उपस्थित हुनेछौं। आजलाई बिदा दिनुहोस्। नमस्ते।